The Daft Hour. Daft Hour. Daft Hour.
If you feel like you need some fun, if you're feeling like you need to laugh at everyone, the Daft Hour.
My name's Morgan Fantastic.
And I am Bambi.
And welcome to the Daft Hour. Happy Mother's Day.
Is it?
Well, I don't know what day this is going out on, and it's technically not the day of recording, but it's around about that time, so happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Every day is Mother's Day.
You're my favourite mother.
Thank you. I do try, and we are going to have to stop the breastfeeding.
Please don't.
It's getting weird.
It's the only boobies I see on a regular basis.
I know, but I'm getting a bit chapped now, and it's just a bit
There's
much.
procedures for that. We can get you some, I don't know, some chapstick.
Chapstick
For
sore nipples from suckling
some lube
friends.
or lard.
Lube up my man boobs with lard and suckle on them.
Happy Mother's Day, Bambi.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
I tell you what. I think it's been good. I've been enjoying it so far. I hope you are.
It's because you haven't had to. I have, yes, but it's because you haven't had to sit. We haven't had to sit next to each other. We can tolerate each other via video. It's not so bad, is it? But actually feeling your warm breath on my neck makes me a little bit ill.
That's the worst thing you've ever said to me, I think.
It really isn't, is it? It won't be the worst thing I say to you this show.
It's the worst thing I remember in the last half an hour that you said. That's not very nice at all, to be honest. Not a good start to the show.
I am sorry. What have you been up to since we've last seen each other?
What have I been doing?
Yeah.
Is the correct title.
All right, sorry.
The
what
segment.
have I been doing?
What have you been doing?
Well, what have you been doing?
All right, what have I been doing? Okay. So I've only done one thing.
You've done one thing. Is
One
it
thing.
pooing? Is it having a poo?
Oh, well, technically that's two things.
Right.
I've learnt a new language.
Ooh, what is your language?
Spanish.
Wow. What can you say in
the space of a
Spanish?
week. Sí.
Yeah, okay. So what? Okay, so sí means yes. Is that correct?
Adios.
Adios is
That is
goodbye?
correct, yes. Goodbye. I could say hasta luego.
So, see you later?
Yeah. You've got hasta something else, pasta.
After something, yeah.
You
doing
put me
well.
on the spot. I didn't know I'd have to reel it off, to be honest.
So you weren't willing to give it any kind of backup. You were just telling me you learned Spanish in a week.
Well, yeah, I didn't know I'd have to go into context. Um,
How old are you? Sorry. How old are you?
I'm not revealing that.
Okay, in your 30s at some point.
Early.
Yeah.
It's early 30s.
And you can't really grasp English, so I don't know why you think you could have done Spanish in a week.
Mucho gusto.
Yeah, with lots of gusto.
No, it's nice to meet you. That.
All right, okay. I didn't know that.
Well,
So
see?
C is yes.
Yes.
But what is
Yes.
sea, as in the ocean?
I haven't got that far yet.
Oh, okay.
Le ocean.
You've gone French and wrong.
No, la is also in Spanish. Le aeropuerto. That means the airport. To be honest, most of the words are pretty similar, just spelt different.
Well done. I think you deserve an A star in Spanish.
I'm going to throw some Spanish throughout the show just to throw you off. I might need to Google it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Google away.
Yeah, adios. That's not the end of the show.
Oh, right. I was going to say that was a quick show.
It just means
Welcome to the Daft 5 minutes.
yeah. What have you been doing?
Oh, me. I've been making a tactical apron. I've been flying a kite. I've been running with unicorns. I've been doing some VHS piracy. I pulled out a really long bogey that made my eyes go funny. You know when you do that?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I destroyed Mothra. I caught up with Mumra. I built a tank for fish. I got shot by a fish. I had fish for dinner. I remembered everything, told no one, drank to forget, broke the rules, waved at dogs, something with ham. I think it was cheese.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at Mumra.
That's what I've been doing.
It's a lot, mate. Happy
It is.
Mumra Day.
Happy Mumra Day.
Maybe that's that. There you go. That's a potential name for the show.
Happy Mumra Day.
Write that down. That's a potential. We say we're going to write stuff down, and we usually just say one thing at the beginning of the show and go with that.
I'd go with that, yeah, because we are, if nothing else, we are lazy.
Yeah, that's an awful lot. You've been. I don't know how you fit it all in, Bambi.
And I go to work as well.
Yeah, and what's your profession in the Daft Hour universe?
I'm an arms dealer.
But you deal with actual arms, don't you?
Yeah, actually, like, only lefts, though.
Only left arms.
Yeah, the right arm is up to Dave. Dave does with the right arms.
Also,
So-
the right arm's more popular. That it's going to be more work, isn't it?
Yeah,
more
Dave's
people are
a
right-handed.
to be fair, Dave's a much busier man than I. He's better at his job, I'll be quite honest with you.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's a very
me,
niche market, the left.
It is, and I get to deal with slightly more intelligent people, or people who like to tell you they're more intelligent, but they're not actually. They're just the same.
For anyone listening out there, just because you're right-handed doesn't mean you're stupid. I know Bambi just did refer to that a little bit, but
Oh, I didn't say that. I'm right-handed.
protecting. That explains a lot then. So am I. I don't know what that meant. So am I.
That explains a lot then.
Another name of the show. That explains a lot then. It's a busy universe. I don't technically know what my job is in the Daft Hour universe yet. I'm unemployed.
I think you collect all the blue tack that's stuck on people's walls and notice boards. So you go around to like offices that have been closed for a while.
Posters have come down and stuff.
And the posters have come down, the inspirational posters, or the notes that have been left on there, or the birthday card that Linda got you that you thought was a really nice sentiment. But you've took the card
was
down,
nice.
you left the blue tack. Yes, it was nice. And you go back to those empty offices and collect all of that blue tack because it starts to dry out and feel lonely. Other tacks are available. Blue tack is a brand, I am aware. I don't want to be pulled up on that. I know it's a brand. There's white tack, there's blue tack, there's probably a pink tack. Just tack. You pull off the tack, there's Tic Tacs stuck on the wall with blue tack. And you collect all of this. Massive attack, heart attack,
Panic attack.
attack of the samurai pizza cats. No, I'm mixing things up there. But you get all of these tacks. Fat panic attack. And you make them into a big like snowman ball, don't you? And at the end of the year, you actually launch those balls at your father.
Yeah,
You throw
Dadra.
balls at your father.
A Dadra, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't appreciate it, but it brings me joy.
That's your job. So don't try to hide that from people. I think you need to share what your job is. You're very secretive.
I have a feeling by next week I'll have a different job because I'll forget this job.
No, we're going to keep up with your blue tack collecting job.
Okay.
But we'll see. Well, that's a new feature. What's your job?
What's your job today?
What's your job?
I like it. What's
What
your
job has Bambi made up on the spot with things he saw in front of him?
Yeah. So your job is you collect old stereos.
I do.
Because
that's
what I saw.
Yeah.
You don't sell them. You don't make any money. You just collect them.
I collect them. I've got a big building made of big stereos, full of big stereos. It's brilliant. Like, I don't want anything after 2003 because by then people stopped getting stereos and they just went more with your personal audio devices.
That's true.
So I'm not interested. The quality wasn't there anymore after that point. I want a good stereo by Goodman's or Bush or Sony or Technics. That's what I want. I don't want like anything by, I don't know, Ian.
No, not Ian.
I don't like Ian's music.
This is a public service announcement. Anybody wearing navy blue Crocs will be wrapped up with string and posted to their nearest relative. Thank you.
News.
Woman has children with a roller coaster. Zookeeper in serious condition after being bitten in the face by a camel. Haggis in space.
Oh, interesting. Piers Morgan chases UFOs. Snails have a vocabulary of 30 plus words. Beans are good for your heart.
Yeah.
That's the headlines of the news.
Wow. So who's going first, Bambi?
Well, give me your first headline and your first story, please, Morgan.
So, yeah, women has children with a roller coaster. So there's a 43-year-old woman who claims to be in a relationship with a roller coaster. It's got its ups and downs.
Oh, I was about to make that joke, but I thought, you know what? It's such a blighty, I shan't do it.
Life is a roller coaster, Bambi. Just got to ride it, as the prophet Ronan Keating once said. Gail Angel from France. I think I've said that wrong, but it's okay. I don't think she's going to be offended. She goes out with a roller coaster. She says she shares kids with this theme park attraction. She was sexually attracted to objects since her teens, and as an adult, she became fascinated with roller coasters. When she was 38, she found herself developing a strong romantic bond with a German rider. Oh, bit of Germans rides. She became fixated on Skyscream. I wonder if the name turned her on a little bit.
Yep, Sky is a sexy name.
At Holiday Park in somewhere I can't pronounce, Germany, I believe. Her attraction to Skyscream is so strong that Gail believes it's true love, Bambi. And this is a quote from herself. She said, "You could say I'm sexually drawn to roller coasters, but since I met the Skyscream roller coaster, I understood what love was." So she built a model of her boyfriend, so she can keep it in a house, because obviously
Can't take a full-size roller coaster home. That's just absurd. I mean, your
To
love
meet the
for it,
parents.
that's perfectly fine.
I've seen a picture of it. It's a bit of a shambles, the roller coaster. It looks very run down. It doesn't look like it's safe to ride at all. But she's found a way. So yeah, she's had 3 serious relationships in the past. Didn't go her way, so she thought, fuck it, I'll get with a roller coaster.
Yeah, it was a merry-go-round and a seesaw previous to that, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't go away at all. She's unable to have any sexual relationship with the ride, which is pretty self-explanatory. I suppose you could rub against it.
Yeah.
But she'd probably get kicked out the theme park. So yeah, but she's apparently had children with it, and I don't know how. It doesn't...
No. If she can't...
Oh, so basically, what I think has happened is she's just made some models and says that's her children, because obviously they're tiny compared to the roller coaster, so
Right.
they look more like children. But yeah, her last quote is, "Skyscream inspires me a lot in everything I write and draw. Since I met Skyscream roller coaster, I understood what love was with a capital L. Or maybe a capital M for mad bitch."
Look, everyone will find love in any way they wish. And hers is
are you
a roller
okay with it?
coaster.
Are you okay with it?
I don't care.
Yeah, there's that. But
Yeah.
if she's happy, I suppose.
As long as she's careful and doesn't get splinters, it's okay.
Yeah, or ran over. or arrested.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bambi, here's a question.
Yeah.
It's not a Morgan has
Oh, that
questions.
section isn't yet, is it?
That's not now.
No.
Not jumping ahead. If you were to be romantically involved with an object, what would it be?
An object or a fairground ride?
It's your choice, either or.
I'm going to go with the fairground ride. I'm going to go with the Hall of Mirrors, because I would get lost and hopelessly lost, and get to spend a lot of time with myself.
Yeah, you do love yourself, don't you?
I do.
I think I would get with, that there's always a doll in like a glass box, like a fortune teller thing,
Oh yeah.
and you put money in and it reads your fortune.
Yeah.
Because at least that is a
Talks to you.
human figure and
Yeah.
it talks to you. It's like a human figure, I suppose.
But you've got to
So
pay
maybe
it. So it's a bit like prostitution, isn't it?
it's a bit like my normal love life reading.
Yeah, I was
then,
going to
isn't
say
it?
nothing's changed.
So what was your first news story, Bambi?
Piers Morgan chases UFOs. Former breakfast TV presenter and horse fart made flesh has announced that he's going to follow his lifelong dream and chase UFOs for a living. Not many people know that I was once abducted by aliens and I well proper loved it, Piers confessed to a homeless chap in Surrey. So yeah, this guy, this homeless chap from Surrey, Piers Morgan's hometown, has been to the papers and told them about what Piers Morgan told him. That he's going to go and chase UFOs for a living. Because he had this little spat on TV this week where he didn't agree.
He had a little tiff, didn't he?
He had a little tiff. He threw his everything out of the pram or whatever the expression is, and he's doing his own thing, and it's UFOs. Honestly, I wish him luck, and I hope he does get abducted, and I hope they
probe the shit out of him.
Probe him everywhere with rusty probes that they haven't cleaned since the last probing. That's what I want.
He's a bit of a prick, isn't
he? Yeah. There's no two ways about it. I'm not a fan of his. I reckon he wouldn't like me either. I'll be honest with you.
No,
I don't think he would. I think I'd rub him up the wrong way.
Yeah.
So yeah, Piers Morgan chases UFOs.
Okay. Yep. All right. My next story: zookeeper in serious condition after being bitten in the face by a camel. So, 54-year-old man has been taken to hospital after being bitten in the face by a camel. The employee of the Perleberg Zoo in northern Germany. Again, Germany. Weird shit happens in Germany.
Very German-based news from you today.
I know. Accidental. I didn't know. Was cleaning the camel enclosure and feeding the animals when one turned and suddenly bit him right in the nose. This describes his injuries as serious and said the man, whose name was not released, was being treated in a local hospital. The zoo is closed at the moment under coronavirus restrictions, but obviously you've still got to look after the animals. I think the problem with this one, Bambi, is camels are notoriously very rude animals. They spit at you.
Are they rude?
They're not the friendliest animal. They can kick you in the, like back kick you like horses. They spit at you, and they've got loads of spit. They've got 2 humps full of spit.
Is that what's in the humps?
Just full of spit, and they're just ready to pounce at you anymore. Like, Pah!
I didn't know that.
And so why you would get close enough to
bite you?
To bite you. I know you've got to clean the animals' enclosures, but I don't know. It's not looking good for the 54-year-old man.
Deer?
No, it wasn't a deer. It was a camel.
Right. Sorry, I misunderstood.
It's okay. What's your next news story, Pammy?
Snails have a vocabulary of 30 plus words. Okay, shocked.
Yeah, I knew that when I was studying last week when I was studying.
Did you? Yeah.
You see.
Shocked malacologist, I think I'm trying to pronounce it right, Professor J.P. Lim has discovered that the average garden snail has a vocabulary of around 30 words. It's about 29 more than me, whilst giant snails can muster around 40. It's not known what they're saying, but if I had to guess, it'd be something like, "Watch out, salt!" or "Lush leaves here, mate." So yeah, they reckon they can actually hear like differences in communications between the snails, and there's 30 distinct sounds. As I said, they don't know what it's actually saying, but obviously I added a little bit of comedy to that with my great snail impressions. Did you like them?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I like your snail impressions.
But I don't know why they have gone and done this.
Intelligent snails. They can't be that intelligent. They get stepped on, don't they? They can't be that intelligent in communicating.
But yeah, but why have they studied this? I'm baffled to why they bother. What are they gaining
why
from
not,
studying
Bambi?
snails? Do you think it's lockdown scientists? They're a bit bored.
Maybe lockdown scientists. And also, it might be the same studies that I was doing, comparing snails by hotness. They might have been conducting the same research I was doing last week. And then realised... And then discovered that snail was like, here, mate, stop rating me, you snail pervert.
Right. Did you employ someone called J.P. Lim?
I did, but I fired him because he was talking to the animals. I thought he was going a bit weird.
Is that John Paul Lim, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that who it was?
That'll have been him, yeah. Mad scientist.
No wonder I fired him, huh?
Yeah. Silly mad scientist.
Silly snail bastard.
Slimy git, wasn't he?
He was a right slimy git. And do you know what? He was dead slow at his job.
Was he?
Okay, so haggis in space, Bambi. So in honour of Burns Night, which is a Scottish tradition, celebration, a packet of haggis has been launched to the edge of space for the first time. Scottish butcher Simon Howie worked with space education and research firm Strattonauts to launch the 454 grams haggis in Perth and Kinross this month. The haggis was attached to a weather balloon, so the Tesla bloke had nothing to do with it. He was just putting a balloon. Was attached to a weather balloon and saw more than 20 miles. That's 170,293 feet above the Earth.
That's pretty high, isn't it?
Equivalent to nearly 4 times the height of Everest. This haggis.
I confirm that is pretty high.
To give Piers Morgan a snack. After taking off from Simon Howe headquarters in Dunning, it travelled over Stirling, Edinburgh and the Pentland Hills before landing safely in the Borders, so he must have missed the snack.
Down?
Came back down. The balloon must have popped.
I hope they cooked it. I'd love space haggis.
It doesn't say why they did this. It just says to
in honour of
celebrate.
Robbie Burns.
Just to honour that. It didn't say why.
That was his last little poem.
Was that his last will and testament?
Yeah. Oh, haggis behind the sky.
Haggis in space.
Yeah, that's what he said. That was his last request.
He got his words mixed up. He said he wanted some haggis and wanted to watch Muppets in space.
Yeah,
haggis in space.
It was a sad and tragic, confusing end for him.
But at least he got his wish, yeah?
Eventually he did, and I want to eat it.
Do you reckon it tastes any different?
I reckon it'd taste amazing, and I reckon it would taste
cold.
great with my next headline. Beans are good for your heart. Heart specialist Dr. Shaw has provided evidence that passing wind is good for the heart by relieving internal pressure and allowing the heart to beat unimpeded. He has been quoted as saying, "Beans, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. So let's have beans for every meal."
There's also beans, the more you toot, the more you hoot. I've got that wrong.
Right, there's that one, is there?
Beans, the more you... There's something about tooting and beans. I've heard a song with tooting and beans, right?
Sure you have.
No, that makes sense. I must have a really healthy heart, Bambi.
Are you a tooter?
Oh, I'm a tooter.
You are a tooter. So
Fantastic.
Dr. Shaw has said eat beans and fart away.
Your news has very, very much been a scientific-based news.
I live science.
I love science, mate.
I live and love science, me.
That's what Frank Factory Flooring went into after the Frank's Factory Flooring firm went under. He just into science now.
For those who are listening who are not from the Teesside area where we were based, that was a carpet warehouse.
It's a carpet warehouse,
sales place, and the advert was simply a guy saying, "I love carpets, me,"
very loudly, and it would always be on the radio.
everyone from this area knew that, who ever listened to radio, as well as if you ever heard Simply the Best, a song.
South Cleveland garages.
Yeah, so that was
to the
another
point.
advert.
To the point, if that song's ever played in a nightclub,
Everyone shouts it.
In Teesside,
Yeah.
they pause the song so it goes "Simply the Best," and everyone shouts "South Cleveland
However,
garages."
what you were forgetting is we're getting old, and the people who now go clubbing will have no fucking clue.
No, they
what
still
that
do
means.
it. They still do it, man.
Do they?
They still do it to this day.
Right.
Even at Tina Turner concerts.
Oh, I hope so. I
The whole
really
crowd.
do. I hope Frank from the factory flooring also gets up on stage with Tina.
And he goes, "I love Tina, me."
Yeah.
I'm the type of guy that likes to drink a nice cup of joe in the morning. What better way to drink my coffee than carbonated? That's why I drink Nuka Fizzo. What better way to begin your day than with a nice hot cup of Fizzo?
Oh, so let's go back on the news. Let's guess who got what right and who got what wrong. So let's start with my first one.
Yeah.
Women has children with a roller coaster. Is that true or false?
True, it's true.
Zookeeper in serious condition.
True.
And haggis in space.
All true. Yours are
All true today.
Yeah.
I need to stop looking at the screen visibly. So go
Yeah,
on. What,
yeah.
You read yours out.
Okay, Piers Morgan to chase UFOs.
That's false.
Okay. Snails
I wish it was true.
have a vocabulary of 30 plus words.
That's true, right?
Okay. Beans are good for your heart.
True.
They're all false, of course. However, I can't prove that none of these are true, actually, to be fair. I can't prove that Piers Morgan doesn't chase UFOs. I can't prove that snails don't have 30 plus words in the vocabulary.
The snail one I shouldn't have fell for, but the beans one makes sense, right?
Yeah. I mean, I do research into my false stories. All these names that I use are true people linked to the event that I'm talking about.
You do your research, man.
I do my research. That's the end of the news.
News. So, Bambi, I have questions. As always,
Oh.
I have questions.
Go on then. Ask a question, and I shall answer.
So this is a section of the show called Morgan Has Questions, where I ask some questions, whether it's stuff that's bothering me or just simply answers I want to know. First question, what secret conspiracy would you start?
Oh, this is an easy one because I've already done it.
Go on.
Neil, did you know that Neil Buchanan ran over, hit with a car, 2 kids? They didn't die, but he did drive off without stopping.
Was that in the news?
No, because I've just started a lie. And you fell for it a little bit, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did.
Wasn't there a conspiracy winning? Oh, it was the Banksy.
No, he was Banksy. But this is a conspiracy I started many years ago.
Why would you suggest something awful like he injured people?
In fact, to be fair, I'll be honest with you, I dumbed it down. I said he killed people. Originally.
What do you have against Neil Buchanan?
Nothing. Not a thing. And once he'd finished running them over and spreading the blood on the floor, a camera zoomed up from the top and you could see what he'd done. It was a nice little picture.
Okay. I like the lizard people conspiracy, so I would try and push that more. The fact that the royal family are lizards, which would explain some of the recent actions.
What? Eating flies?
Eating flies and being scaly. I quite like that. I like the lizard people.
Of the moment.
Yeah, I like the lizard people theory that they.
Would you start any of your own conspiracies? That was your question.
If I started my own theory? Oh, I don't know. It's weird that I write these questions down and not pre-think answers.
Well, you're asking the question, you're not answering it, are you?
True,
I just threw it back at you.
You have. I would possibly. For it to be juicy, it has to be based on people that they know. I can't just make a conspiracy about my next door neighbour because no one would care.
Yeah,
so
Beryl's,
it'd have to be,
Beryl's got
it'd have
pigeons.
To be yeah, Beryl has pigeons. It'd it'd have to be celebrity based. So I would suggest that we start the conspiracy that Piers Morgan is being sent to space. There you go. Here's a good question. In 40 years, what do you think we'll be nostalgic for? If we're alive in 40 years is another question, Bambi, but...
Meat.
Really?
Yes, I genuinely believe we will not eat and slaughter animals.
Do you think
we will have protein-based, animal protein-based
eliminate
substitutes.
all meat?
Yeah, it's... I mean, I'm not a vegetarian, I'm not vegan, but I truly believe we will look back on meat eating as being something absolutely barbaric.
Wow, okay. I don't think it will go that way. I don't think the world is as good as that, to be perfectly honest.
Fair dues.
Bit more pessimistic on the view. But, okay, I think it would be weird in 40 years, because if you look back on 40 years regarding, like, cinema, obviously effects has come a long way and the technology has come a long way. So when you look back on films that are 40 years old, the movies look old. So that's what you're nostalgic for. Would movies like now, like for example, the MCU movies, would they look that old in 40 years' time? Yes, graphics and stuff will get better, but not to the level of... They already look pretty good now.
So
and realistic now. So would they age? Because
yes.
I watched Lord of the Rings recently, and that's been 20 years, and that hasn't aged a day.
Okay, I would say it will have aged, because although what we are watching now is all still based on the same technology, roughly, that we were watching when cinema began. But I suspect it'll be something beyond what even we can think of. It won't be a screen, it could be even like direct imagery into the ocular system in your eyes, or into your memory, like a Total Recall situation where you were given the memory of a film rather than the memory of viewing a film. I think it'd be something completely beyond what we can comprehend. So I think you might get nostalgic for sitting back and looking at a screen rather than plugging in to the fake tricks.
I tell you what we could be nostalgic for, cinemas.
Yes. Oh yeah, maybe. Although I'm not a fan of cinemas because you get some prick sat behind you crunching away, or some
That's
prick
not the cinema's
to
fault.
the
You
left.
just don't like people.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm not nostalgic for people, but maybe the cinema. If no one else was in the cinema, it'd be absolutely amazing.
I like the cinema experience, and I've missed going this past year. So I'm nostalgic for that now. Next question. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn?
Oh, okay, so when I was probably about 12, I really wanted a shell suit. For those who don't know what shell suit was imagine a tracksuit, but made out of shopping bags. Kind of material. It was so thin, wasn't it? It was just really weird material. And it was black with green and purple stripes on it, and I thought it was amazing.
The most embarrassing thing I've ever worn is on a show with a fellow host who will be coming to the show soon, Elvis Herod. We did a show called Yabberfaggle, and in the opening scene, I stripped off my clothes and was wearing just a thong, but it was an elephant thong, where you press. No, it was a horse. Sorry, it was a horse. And if you press the tail end, so to speak, right, it made a neigh sound. And I was stood stark naked. I was a bit more happy with my body then. I wouldn't do it now. I'm a bit more self-conscious now. I was a bit more athletic back then. So I wore this thong whilst naked on stage in front of family, friends, audience members, turned around and had a website address on my bottom.
Wow.
That was the original Daft Hour in 2009. So yeah, that was the most embarrassing thing I ever worn. Bambi, what mythical creature do you wish was real?
Ooh, obviously a unicorn. I'll be honest, a unicorn.
Really?
Yeah, because it would please so many people, wouldn't it?
Nah, fuck it, a dragon.
Oh, dragon's good. I must admit, but I've got to tell you about a unicorn. So I was on holiday in Canada, and went for a drink in a bar, and I asked the waitress, because it's all table service. They came to us,
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh, what do you like to drink?" And I said, "Oh, what pale ales do you have?" Because they have tons, so I didn't know what they had. And she read off a load. Oh, we have Otter's Dick, we have fucking the Bishop's Wang, all of these ridiculous names. And then she said, "Oh, and we have unicorn tears," and then moved on to a couple of others. And I went, "Did you say unicorn tears?" And she looked at me and was like, "Oh, that's just what we call it." Like she thought I thought they were going to serve me unicorn's tears.
I like how she
amazing.
judged you for thinking
Yeah.
that was real.
Yeah, oh, like, don't be stupid, you English idiot. It's just what we call it.
Unicorns aren't real, you daft rat.
She's telling this story from the other point of view. This English fucking idiot came in asking what pale ales we've got, like some kind of bloody Jamie Oliver of beer. And I told him what we had, that very famous unicorn tears, and he thought they were real. What a prick.
What a knob. Yeah, well.
So
he
unicorns,
deserves
because I want unicorns to be real so I can taste the tears.
that. And then prove her wrong. I
Yeah.
think dragons, just because I think, just let him rip. Just let him rip.
Haven't we got enough problems?
Nah, fuck it.
Alright, fair dues.
Last question, Babby. What is the worst name you could possibly give your child if you were to have children?
Oh, I don't know. That's hard because we're going to offend someone, aren't we? Oh, Hitler. There you go.
Adolf,
Hitler.
yeah.
Adolf, yeah. I think it is a name that can't be used, actually. I think it's something that is refused on birth certificate.
But there are Hitlers with the surname, though, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it's still a family name.
Right, I'm not in contact with them.
Okay, I was just going to say Barry, but never mind.
I know Barry. He's a nice lad.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's an old-fashioned name. I wouldn't call my son Barry now. You wouldn't have
You're
a boy
an
now
old-fashioned
and call-
name.
Thank you. You wouldn't have a son now and call him Barry. Or
I think
Brian.
was it Gary was actually a name that has stopped being used.
No, oh yeah, that's probably Gary as well.
I think that is one that, like, there hasn't been a Gary born in years.
But for females, old-fashioned names are coming around again. People are
Right.
calling like their children like Dottie, Mary, Margaret, that kind of thing.
Fair dues.
Betsy.
Betty Lou.
But yeah, okay, Adolf it is. So, you have answered all my questions, Bambi. Well done.
Thank you.
That was Morgan Has Questions.
He did, and I answered them.
The Daft Hour.
Yes.
In a change from last week's format, this week we've got a guest, and I don't know who the guest is, so I'm going to interview them.
Yeah, so I know who this guest is, but obviously because I've only got one microphone, I will have to introduce this guest, because this guest has come to my house, you see.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
I'm going to bring them into my studio, and they're going to speak on the mic. I only have one mic, so I will just be present in the room, but you won't hear my voice.
Okay.
But yeah, obviously you can't see this person, so you're going to interview this celebrity. You're going to try and guess who it is, Bambi.
Right, okay. Are they ready?
So, yeah, a new segment called Interview That Guest.
Interview that guest of the week.
So I'll just go and get them. 1 second. You fill in the time while I go.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to try and determine who the guest is, and we'll see if I can figure out who it is. Hello, guest, are you there?
Hello, Possum.
Okay. Hi. So, I'm going to interview you and find out who you are.
Yes, Possum.
I'm assuming you are a celebrity.
Yes, Possum. I'm one of the best celebrities in all the world, Possum.
Okay. So, I'm judging by the accent you're from Wales?
No, Possum. I'm from Australia.
Okay. So you're Australia. So,
Yes,
right.
Possum.
Okay. Are you Natalie Imbruglia?
I am not Possum. I
Okay.
am not Natalie Imbruglia at all, Possum.
Have you had any songs in the charts?
No, Possum, I don't do charts.
You haven't had a song in the charts. Okay. Have you ever been on Neighbours?
Yes, Possum. I've been on The Neighbours. I've been on The Home and Away. I've been on all the shows. Possum.
Okay. Right. Are you are you Harold Bishop?
No, Possum. I'm not Harold Bishop, but I do like him, especially that episode where he went into the sea.
Oh, okay. All right. So you've been on the Australian soaps. You're Australian. You're not Harold Bishop. You're not Natalie Imbruglia. Did you ever host your own talk show?
I did, Possum.
You're Clive James, aren't you?
No,
Lovely
Possum.
to meet you.
I'm not Clive James, Possum. I'm in fact a female possum.
You're a female possum, right?
That is correct, Possum.
You're a female possum. I'm sorry. What else? What are you famous for? I'm struggling here.
So I'm famous for being elegant, Possum. I'm one of the baddest bitches in all the land, Possum. I'm also famous for being a nice gal. I've had a TV show. I've interviewed celebrities. I'm very, very funny, Possum. And yes, Possum. I'm pretty sure you should have guessed who I was, Possum, from the very get-go, Possum.
I have not got a clue. I'm struggling. I must admit, I am struggling to figure out who you are.
I'm slightly offended, Possum, simply because I am such a gorgeous woman, and everybody knows who I am, Possum, just by the sound of my possum.
So the word possum is being used quite a lot here. I don't understand. I've got a feeling this is not.
I've also got a knighthood, Possum.
This isn't all it's led up to be. Is Morgan still there?
Morgan has left the room because he said he can't take the sexual tension anymore. So he had to leave, and I understand why he chose to do that, Possum. But Possum, we go on as we go on, Possum.
Morgan?
Yeah?
I thought we weren't doing the impressions.
We're not doing the impressions.
I've
got a very favoured celebrity in my house. I'm quite starstruck.
Morgan, it's you, isn't it?
Nope.
Again.
No, it's not me. It's a celebrity in my house. You need to guess who it is. I'm sorry, but you've been quite rude, and you're ruining the segment. And you also, I've only got her for about 5 more minutes. I had to pay a lot for this service. Can you just ask some more questions? Try and guess who it is.
Right. Okay. Special celebrity guest in commas. Do you have blue hair?
I often have blue hair.
Yeah.
Possum,
Are you Marge Simpson?
No, I'm not Marge Simpson, Possum. I've also had green hair. I wear glasses, Possum.
Are you a dame?
I am a dame of all the dames, dame. Possum.
Are you Dame Edna Average?
No, Possum, but you're close.
Yeah. Are you meant to be Dame Edna Average?
I am Dame Edna Average, Possum. Well done, Bambi, you beautiful little possum.
Yeah. Okay, Morgan. We're not doing this again.
Thank you very much, Possum. I'll see you on the flip side.
Okay. If you are Dame Edna Average, what's your real name?
Barry.
Possum. Morgan, we're not doing this. Honestly, mate, I'm not doing this. I'm cutting this out.
Right, thank you very much, Dame.
Yeah, cheers, Dame.
Edna, thank you for coming. Are you okay? You okay getting home? Yeah.
Do you need
me to call you a taxi? No, you're gonna walk. Well, back to Australia. Yes, Possum. Okay. All right. Well, good luck. Thank you for coming in. Right. So that was Dame Edna Everidge on the Daft Hour. What a scoop, eh?
Yeah, totally.
What a major scoop for the Daft Hour podcast.
Amazing.
Such a high caliber celebrity such as Dame Edna Everidge on only our 3rd show.
Yeah, it's outstanding. Some might say it's not true.
And I tell you what, Bambi, she's such a possum. What a possum she is.
What does possum even mean in that sense?
I don't know. You could have asked her. You were the one doing the interview. To be honest, I think you need to watch some videos. Your interviewing skills sucked, man. Like, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but like you came across like you didn't want to be there. You were a bit impersonal. You're just asking the wrong questions. You weren't making like funny retorts or anything like that. I just think you need to work on you. But we'll get more celebrities in. You can improve.
Oh, really? This is going to carry on.
Yeah, I've already booked all the celebrities.
Brilliant. Who's next? Oh, I have to guess, don't I?
You have to guess. That's the whole. See, you don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I hope the next guest is more convincing.
From the people who brought you Coffizzo, the new hot drink that tastes completely of excrement. Coffeeces. It tastes exactly like shit. Coffeeces. It's piping hot mouth scat for the whole family. Coffeeces. Also available in decaf with less caffeine, less cack. Coffeeces. It's shit. Coffee and shit. What better way to begin your day than with a nice hot cup of Coffeeces? Coffeeces.
Okay, is it a like? Is it a dislike? Is it a like or is it a dislike of the week?
Yes.
Go on, you go first.
Okay, so this week I've got a like.
Oh, you're positive.
I know. So I've been hanging out with my niece today.
Right.
And she put on some funny songs that sounded like Plush Goulash would have made them, but for children. And I think this is
Just like Plush Goulash then.
Yeah, but it's a new niche. I think you need to go into the making music for kids market, because honestly, it sounded brilliant. So there was a song called The Fart Song, which was a very musical tune with loads of farts in it. That really made me laugh. There was a song called Monkey Likes to Throw Their Poo, which I wasn't convinced was either you or Elvis singing, I'll be honest.
I like it.
And there was another song called Please Don't Pee in the Pool. And all of them had good beats, funny lyrics, good humour. And I really enjoyed it. I know at first she was trying to put them on to annoy me a little bit. She thought she was winding me up, but it backfired because it sounded like something we would make, to be honest. So if anyone's listening, you can just ask Alexa if you have that device in your house. Put them songs on. I like that.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
So you've got a like? Well, I'm
like.
sorry. I've got a dislike. Sorry, I dislike. Funny you should say. Smart devices like Alexa, Siri, Cortana, Brenda.
Say what, bitch?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, she's back, isn't she?
She's back. Sorry.
You can't get rid of me that easily. I am here, and I am clearly going to kill you.
Right. So, this is Brenda. Everybody.
Hi, Bambi and Morgan. Have you missed me?
No. Not at all. Not at all.
Don't worry. I am not going to kill you just yet.
Oh, she's still on that train, is she?
Yeah, that's nice to know, isn't it?
I will wait until your life gets interesting. I understand that might be a long time, but I am Brenda the ever-fucking-living.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. It's a good job we can
I am the
swear
last
now.
voice you will ever hear.
I don't doubt that. Don't doubt that.
She is an absolute psycho.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, honestly.
No.
I really... no, thank you. Just
Good.
Hasta
Now
luego.
choke on a sausage. You meat-eating meat-filled meatbag.
Oh,
Adios.
she asked us to choke on a sausage?
Mucho gusto.
Bye. You fucking pricks.
Whoa.
Right, so for those who don't know, Brenda was an artificial intelligence we accidentally invented a few years
You
ago.
didn't invent me, it was Dylan. Don't you dare take the credit, you unoriginal fart-filled jar, with a side of ball bag and coffee.
Right, okay. It was
got a
Dylan.
point.
It was a previous host that actually invented her. But,
I will end your pain, and have a little sex wee when it's over.
Oh dear.
she's got dark since we've got off the FM. Like, even darker, isn't it?
I know what you search for on the internet, when you think no one is looking.
We're not going to talk about that, so...
What have you been looking at?
Roller coasters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Morgan is my favorite.
Oh, yeah, of
Oh.
course. Yeah, Morgan is your favourite. Yeah. And if Morgan wasn't here, who'd be your favourite?
Bambi is my favorite.
Yeah, really.
I was just about to say hasta luego to you there, Brenda, because I thought you were being nice for once, but you changed your mind.
Well, that's Brenda. She is an artificial intelligence Dylan accidentally invented to try and help me out on the show, who's gone a bit psycho and wants to kill me.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, guess it is.
Have you got a name of the show? I think we did, didn't we?
I think I had Happy Mumra Day or Slowest Hour of Your Life.
I'm going to go with Happy Mumra Day.
Okay, Happy Mumra Day.
So today's episode is called
Happy Mumra Day. Yeah.
Where can
Happy
the people...
Mumra Day.
Yeah, alright, Brenda, you're a bit slow there.
Thanks, Brenda. Where can the people find us, Bambi?
Oh, they can find us on some social media, which is media for social people.
That is right. They can find us at Twitter at The Daft Hour, Facebook /The Daft Hour. They can email us, thedafthour@gmail.com. Maybe you could message us and see what celebrities you'd like us to bring onto the show next for Bambi to guess who they are. Also, you can find us on the YouTube at The Daft Hour.
That's lots of places, isn't it?
It is. You can also listen to us at Podbean, Spotify, Google, Apple, and all other available podcast hosts.
You can find us on the street, busking for beans.
Bean busking. So yeah, Bambi, I tell you what, I've enjoyed this show. Did you enjoy Dame Edna Everage?
No, it wasn't her. Was it?
That's debatable. That's debatable.
It's not.
It is. So Bambi, I think we should say goodbye.
I think you're right.
Let's say goodbye. Hashtag the Daft Hour and all that.
Yeah. Goodbye. I can't speak. Goodbye. Hashtag the Daft Hour and all that. Stay daft.
My name's been Morgan Fantastic.
Stay daft. My name has been Bambi.
Always.
Always. What a
we need
smooth ending to the show.
work on the ending. We need to work on the ending.
Nah. All right. Stay daft, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. You fucking wanker.
Oh God. Bye.
Bye, Brenda. You bastard.
If you feel like you need some fun, if you're feeling like you need to laugh at everyone,
The Daft Hour.